Media Bias Tracker for December 16th. Today we're covering Tesla and the topic of lithium generally. Now we've got some real wet turds, of course, as we always do, but some fresh ones, so let's cover all of those. This is, of course, a patron exclusive for you guys on X, on Patreon, and on YouTube as channel members. Thank you guys so much. You're the reason I'm able to do this. Love it. Great. Tesla issues massive recall over autopilot feature. Tesla recalls nearly all vehicles sold, and of course, see a timeline of Tesla's autopilot recall. I'm still calling this one negative because suggesting there's a timeline of recalls. These are software updates. Has your iPhone been recalled every 3 weeks when they push out a new version? Okay, ridiculous. Those are all negative. Tesla drivers' restitution for crash deaths. I mean, even the subject. Come on. Tesla driver who killed 2 people while using autopilot must pay. A Tesla driver to pay $23,000 in restitution. A Tesla driver ordered to pay compensation over autopilot crash. Those are negative headlines, man. Can I see one for all the people who use cruise control incorrectly? Because people use cruise control incorrectly. People use their cars incorrectly. It's headline news. It's headline. It's the second topic under Tesla in Google News. And I'm not saying Google News is biased. I'm saying Google News represents the news that is, which is biased. California park staff asked to educate Cybertruck drivers after bungled. Yeah, yeah, it was bungled. It was the driver that was the problem, not the Cybertruck. Okay. Tesla appears, so that's negative. But Tesla Cybertruck configurator opens for some who didn't receive. That's great. The configurator is open. That's positive news. Tesla appears to be ramping up its Cybertruck production. This one we covered yesterday, but yes, it's true. It looks like they're pushing 25 a day already. That's a 7,000, 9,000 run rate for the year. That's already very good news. There are going to be production bottlenecks. We don't yet know what they are. I suspect batteries. It's not going to be the castings. It's not going to be the steel. We've gotten better looks. Sandy Monroe showed. They're not bringing in huge flat sheets like originally expected, but components for each of the sections to be cut independently. This will also reduce waste. It's a very good thing. Germany ends EV subsidies in latest blow to Tesla. It's a blow to everyone. It's not a blow just to Tesla. Tesla may be the or one of the biggest EV sellers in Europe, certainly in Germany. It's a blow to everyone. Negative. That's a negative headline. Official Tesla release note, software updates. We covered this one yesterday. Neutral. Can stock hit 380 in the year? Here's what Morgan Stanley expects. Now, you don't have to click through to know that this is a positive headline, but Morgan Stanley is very bullish. They are excited. They see, I think they're assigning something like 12 to 17% of the worth of the stock target price in automotive. Everything else makes up the rest of it. The bots, the autonomy, the licensing of technology, the mega packs. There's a lot of value beyond it. But doesn't matter. We're just looking at the headline because most people don't read past the headlines. Can a radically different approach to EVs outperform Tesla's number advantage? That's great. Tesla has the number advantage, and it would take something very different just to hope to get there. Very positive. Elon has started a fight with Tesla workers. He's unlikely to win. I mean, maybe true. Maybe true. We don't know yet, but come on. That's neat. You managed to sneak an animated GIF, yes, I'm calling it a GIF, into your headline. Very fun. It's everyone's nightmare. The robo-taxi doesn't stop. Tesla recall and robo-taxi crash throws self-driving car. That's a negative. New York Post. What a rag. Shameless. So dumb. You are conflating Cruise with FSD. Beta. Very dumb. Fewer electric vehicles will qualify for federal tax credit. This is true and concerning, but a negative headline. Tesla recalls. Yes, we know. Family of South Florida woman killed in crash involving autopilot speaks out after recall. There was a Mitchell and Webb skit where there was some new law passed making it easier for something, and they called someone affected, and they said, "Well, what do you think?" He said, "Well, I think I am probably the wrong person to ask because I don't know if you know this, but my family member died because of this." And they said, "Yes, that's why we're talking to you." He said, "That's why you're talking to me." "No, that's why my opinions should be dismissed out of hand." Of course, they're going to have very strong opinions. They lost someone. Why aren't you talking to the thousands of people who didn't have family members die? Because the autonomy just kind of helps. Because you can't, because that's a difficult group to identify. Tesla recalls 2 million. Chevy Blazer EV review, Kona electric pricing, 48 volt, and the tax credit, the week in reverse. That's positive. It's just, it's at worst neutral. It's the week in reverse. Okay. Tesla wireless charging platform. Convenience has a cost. We covered this yesterday. Of course it has. Tesla Autopilot recall prompts criticism from federal officials. That's strongly negative. And I just love that it looks like it's in a dystopian hellscape. This has nothing to do with it, you guys. Okay. Mexico's Nuevo Leon state gives Tesla $153 million in incentives for factory. Now, they didn't give them. They didn't give them anything. What they said is, we'll reduce your payroll credit, payroll taxes for a limited time because you're bringing in so much new revenue that we can afford to. This is money we wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And also, as agreed, we're going to go ahead and build out off-ramps, water, sewer, internet to the location because we wish for this to be a new industrial park. And those are things that individuals don't bring in. The government has to bring them in. I guess you could bill them for it, but if you did that, no one would come. Tesla Cybertruck delivers on some promises, falls painfully short on other expectations. The Manuel, you are killing me. I went ahead and pulled this one up because it's so bad. It falls falls painfully short. They're cherry picking because you have to. They are pointing out that, well, it was supposed to have 500 miles of range. Right, 467 is pretty close to that with the range extender. But it falls short. The numbers went up, but the other numbers all decreased. No, they didn't. Shut the hell, Manuel. The crazy thing is, all-wheel drive was supposed to have a range of 300 plus. It has 340. Where's that, Manuel? You're being dishonest. And it has, there's a lot of features that we were expecting that we're just not getting. The bed is 6 inches shorter. Right, but the whole thing is more than 6 inches shorter, so that's kind of a net win, and not everyone needs. Sheetrock doesn't come in 6-foot increments. It comes in 8-foot. As long as you can get it in without it hanging over the bed, you're doing okay. And you can. So, I think. But this is just very dishonest and dumb. Very dishonest. You've got better suspension than expected. You've got more range on the all-wheel drive than expected. The exact same range on the single motor. You've got the rear steer. That was never even considered. You've got a lot of little benefits. Dishonest. Just dishonest. And why Tesla is recalling almost all its cars in the US. That's 25. That's quite enough. Today's bias index, we are at -52 for a trailing 7-day of -48. And to show you the weekly chart, we're only at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data points. However, we can see this trend emerging that the rolling 7-day is going to look like, we think, about -50. Now, positive 100 is the highest score possible. Negative 100, the lowest score possible on the 13th, the day of the mega recall. That's when we got down. Very, very dumb and dishonest. And if you look at the other companies we're covering, they're listed up above day by day. And we can add to that. You'll see that nobody, and I mean nobody, gets worse coverage than Tesla. And you could say, and that would be fair if this was the worst company. But -96 the other day, that was -96, is that what it was? Is Yeah, it was all but one headline was strongly negative, and one was neutral, I think. Positive, neutral, neutral, neutral. That's the kind of headlines you would expect from Enron mid collapse, not from a company that just rolled out an over the air update to comply with a ridiculous rule. Very good. Okay, so then we've got our good friend, the topic of lithium generally. White hot thermal grid battery aims to decimate lithium on price. Well, this isn't negative for batteries. This is negative for lithium. I assigned it neutral because, you know, it's it's lowering prices, I guess. Billionaire-backed cobalt metals widens lithium hunt across 4 continents. That's a good headline. That's good news. We want more lithium. Lithium miners want mega amounts of Utah water in the Colorado River Basin. That's negative. That's negative. You're overlooking all the horrible things that every other form of energy has just to point out that lithium extraction requires water. All things require water. It takes more water to make a pair of jeans than it does an entire Tesla at Giga Berlin. Not that they make jeans at Giga Berlin, but what if they did? Boy, those would be pointy. Fire officials warn consumers about potential risks from lithium ion batteries. Never mind that EVs are 20 times less likely to get all flamey than a internal combustion car. Internal combustion cars have combustion right in the name. Maybe that's your first clue. The famously fuego-y Bolt, still 5 times more likely to burn than a splody-powered dyno burner. Come on. Very alarmist is what I would call that. Can sodium-ion batteries replace lithium-ion ones? I'm calling it positive. There's promise in this headline. You don't know what it is until you click through. And the answer, by the way, is maybe. Maybe. Not for all applications, not all the time, but it's very promising technology. It's already being deployed and it works in some applications, not in all. And that's fine because those applications can stop using lithium-ion batteries, start using sodium, and those lithium batteries can be used for something that's more use case specific. Phoenix Fire puts out warning as lithium ion battery fires are on the rise. Are they? Are they really? On a per unit basis, are they more common or less common than they were 5 years ago? I would argue they're probably less common than they were 5 years ago, and they were not a concern 5 years ago. Bolivia takes a key step on the long road to tapping vast lithium riches. Great. Livent invests in Iliad technologies to strengthen leadership into... Great. Dangers of charging devices with lithium-ion batteries. How you can avoid a fire. Wow. WAFB is doing their best to get them ugly, ugly clicks. Shame on you, Callie. Shame on you. American Lithium files updated mineral resource technical report, 476% increase. It's great. Listen up, we're talking lithium. Exxon. Quick question, how is Exxon a Google News accredited outlet? Very weird. Standard Lithium seeks funding for U.S. lithium project. Fine, that's a good headline. The risks associated, beware and take necessary precautions. By user-generated content. Bad. China's lithium-ion battery output up 17%. That's good. Dangers of lithium-ion batteries, bad. Extraction project gets green light. I'm calling that good. Infographic. I think... no, we're still going. Lithium refining capacity set to reduce Europe's dependence on imported batteries. Great. Rockland instructors demonstrate lithium battery failure. Boo. Remember when the Insurance Institute wanted to show how dangerous lithium batteries are, so they used pyrotechnics to explode a Tesla Model S after flipping it off a ramp? Same vibe. The hidden dangers of lithium batteries. The jobs perplex of the Lithium Valley. I'm not clicking through Forbes. We're assessing headlines. I guess neutral because those words don't mean anything in that order. New report highlights the promise of Lithium Valley. Positive. Safety alert. Watch out. Watch out. You guys. Watch out. EV lithium battery. Neutral. Fire safety. Lithium battery failures. These need to be grouped into one. So there we go. That was 25. So what does that give us for lithium? A bias of flat 0. Yeah, the negatives outweigh the positives. They get back to ground 0. So if you compare that to what we're looking at with Tesla, the rolling 7-day, lithium itself, a mineral extraction topic, a mining topic with headlines fraught with fires and environmental concerns, still gets vastly better. Their average, they launched today, they're right here on this line. With Tesla's had 1 day at about 0. And lithium launching coverage, initiated coverage at 0. My gosh. So if you want to know, is the bias real? My friends, I am here to tell you it is. That was today. Let's talk again tomorrow.